According to Fidelity Investments' latest New Year's financial resolution study, 2/3 of Americans are considering a financial resolution for the year ahead. Well, last week, Brad talked with Kelly Lannan, who is the Senior Vice President of Emerging Customers at Fidelity Investments, to discuss.
Good morning, Kelly. How are you this morning?
I am very good. Good morning, Brett. And Brett, Happy New Year. I hope we can still say that through January. You think that's fair?
You know what? I think we should say it all year long. Just Happy New Year. Why not? Why not? Because this is what's important about this new year, and that's, of course, our finances. And we know with the new year kicking off, people have been studying what's going on in America, finance, and what's concerning people. So let's talk about this.
Yes, of course. We actually just conducted a study at Fidelity, and we did find that more than half Americans, they are feeling overwhelmed by their personal finances, and 31% say they have a stressful relationship with their money. And some of those top financial concerns, and Brad, this might not come as a surprise to you, are inflation and unexpected expenses. Those are really the top two, and those are followed by economic uncertainty and just not having enough money saved away in an emergency fund.
Yeah, be honest, I'm probably one of those people. because you know what we do? We make that New Year's resolution, right? We make a lot of different ones, and we know there's some top ones out there that people make. And what are those this year?
Yeah, so, well, the good news, before I get to the top, like 2 and 3 are considering a financial resolution. So that's the good news, and we were really excited about this. People are ultimately deciding they need a change, whether that is their finances or their physical health. I mean, Brad, how many people out there have already joined a gym to kick off the new year? But the top 3 financial resolutions, and these have actually really remained consistent year over year as we've done this study, is save more money, pay down debt, and spend less.
Yep, I like that. That's where I'm doing right now. But the big problem is, how do we stick to these resolutions about our money?
Yeah, and this is the question I love, because this can also be the hard part. So, 2 quick and easy ways to help. So number 1, set specific and realistic goals. Many people, they set themselves up for failure before they even get started by setting these unrealistic or overly ambitious resolutions. But by setting specific resolutions, breaking them down into smaller milestones, it's easier to reach them. And another recommendation, celebrate those milestones, have a little fun with it. And number 2, having a plan in place to reach those goals. Any resolution without a plan is a recipe for failure, or like even worse, resolution burnout. A roadmap, a clear plan, it can really help combat against this burnout. And we've actually found that those who do have a plan in place that outlines the specific milestones they are trying to reach, they are more likely to stay on track, and they're more likely to achieve their goals.
That's awesome. But the problem I think some people run into, and that is, of course, unexpected things happening to them throughout the year. So where can they go to navigate and get help with that?
Yes, and exactly that. We are here to help. And another fun fact, January, it's Financial Wellness Month as well. And so Fidelity has assembled a number of resources, including insights and tools on popular topics, such as, dealing with the unexpected, saving and spending basics, achieving the money milestones that matter most to you. So please check out fidelity.com/financial wellness. We've brought everything all together to really help people on their journey to financial well-being.
Kelly, that is so great and so important. Let's also talk really quick about, of course, Americans tackling the rising inflation, the mounting debt, and of course, they want to achieve financial wellness this year. That's what's so important. That's a big word right there, financial wellness.
Yes, and so inflation, as you mentioned, that we found is the top reason why Americans were just not able to stick to their 2023 goals. 40%, they told us they had less money to work with due to inflation's impact on the day-to-day expenses. But the good news, okay, 92% of those making a resolution, they are thinking differently given the events of the last couple of years. 1/3 are planning to make their finances more of a priority. And, I cannot stress enough the importance of having a plan. And it doesn't have to be anything big. Jot down a few notes in your phone to just make sure you're holding yourself accountable. In fact, 70% of Americans claim they do have a plan in place to reach their financial goals, which is so important to ensure success against them.
I like it. Kelly, this is awesome information. So where can we find more things about making sure that we are financial well during the new year?
Yeah, so for more information, check out fidelity.com/financial wellness.
Perfect. Kelly, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Brad.